My name is Larry Jones. For those of you that are new to the page, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Today was a roller coaster day. It started out, the Dow, the entire market started out really negative. The Chinese market was down. Pre-markets last night was down by more than 3%. So the futures were down, we started down, and then we rebound. Let's talk about what everybody's going to be talking about. This Twitter deal. So Twitter's board agreed to Elon Musk's offer to buy the company. So the richest man in the world just paid 44 billion, well, is going to pay $44 billion for Twitter, right? And so there's a lot of stuff going on. The Dow had a big reversal today, and it comes back roaring after being down by so much. It's a thin line between brilliance and crazy. And so that is Elon. He is a brilliant person. You can't, what he's done with Tesla and all the other companies, SpaceX, he's brilliant, but he's borderline crazy, all right? Dogecoin, that's all I'm going to say. But here's the thing about it. I think that the SEC is going to be on his case about misleading people with the filing, okay? I don't think they're going to be able to stop any deals or anything, but just mark my word, the SEC is going to come after him saying this or that or whatever. Elon needs to grow up a little bit because he keeps doing that to the SEC, and you just don't want to just bring that type of negativity on, right? So a lot of people didn't think that the Twitter board was going to accept this deal, but they felt like it was the best deal for their shareholders. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't and never have owned any Twitter. But if I did, this is me personally, you leave me a comment on what you would do. So we can agree to disagree. But me personally, I would be making my exit plan, and it would be sooner than later. As a matter of fact, knowing me, like, I don't have to sell at the top. I like to limit my risk level, especially in times like this. Me personally, now that the deal has been done, it's been running green. Now that the deal has been done, I would probably be taking my money and bouncing. You know what? Let's see where Twitter is, okay? In the last 5 days, last 5 trading days, Twitter has been up, let's see here. Look at that. Almost 10%. Last month, 32%. In a bear market, Twitter is up 32%. Last 6 months is down. But if you got in the last month when all of this noise started, you're up 32%, right? So remember, the rule of thumb to take profit is actually from 20 to 25%. You're up 32%. And I want you to leave me a comment. Is your biggest mistake in trading getting in late? Or is your biggest mistake not taking profits, not selling at the right time? If it's not selling at the right time and you have Twitter, here's your chance. I'm just going to be real. Now, I know there's going to be people that's going to disagree with me and say, hey, why would you sell it now? You need to hold it. Okay? Remember what we did with Dogecoin? I said, remember, we bought it on Monday for 23 cents and we sold it on Friday for 73 cents because it's a mixture of buy the rumor, sell the news, and a mixture of a thin line between brilliance and crazy. And when you had the biggest run up, the biggest news to come, so what else is going to top him buying the company? Think about that. What else is going to top that? Not much. And so what you want to do is limit your risk. I would be, me personally, again, I don't have it. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But me personally, if I had it in the last month, which I started to do the swing play, but I missed it. I don't have a dog in this race. But if you have it, leave me a comment on what you want to do, right? So he could build this thing up and it could be massive. But what are, in this environment, with everything that's going on, What is the likelihood of that happening? What is the likelihood of it going up or going down? So you have to see which one is going to, you got to weigh it out, put it on a scale. So me personally, 32%, I'll take that any day. I'm deuces, I'm gone. And if it keeps running, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys what I do. When I buy a stock or when I sell a stock or crypto, right? And it keeps running after I sell it and I've taken my profits, the first thing I do is take it off of my watch list. These are one of the disciplines I've learned from trading for many years. I take it off of my watch list. The reason why is you're going to be looking at, oh, I could have made this money. I could have made this money. And it's like you driving forward in a car and you're driving only looking in the rearview mirror, right? The rearview mirror is only this small. The windshield's this big. So move forward ahead because there's so many other stock that are going to be doing the same thing. And so that's my theory. I kind of caught some flack because people got emotionally attached to DWAC. Never get emotionally attached to brick mortar stock crypto. You never get emotionally attached to it. You're here, you buy these to make money. And when you get emotions or politics in, it doesn't matter. It's going to take you down the wrong road. So let's look at DWAC. Let's add DWAC in here. And look at this. Look at what DWAC is doing. Another social media platform. It's tanking. Look at that. Down almost 50% in the last month. Let's see what it's doing today. Look at that. Down 13. So Twitter's up. DWAC is down. So if you're new to this game and you think that all I do is win, win, win. No, that don't happen in the stock market or crypto, okay? But if you're diversified and you're winning overall, you're still winning, all right? So Twitter is up, as you can see, but it's bringing up Facebook, it's bringing up Alphabet, which is Google. And so the sure value of it, this is the thing about the stock market and even with earnings, one play can bring a whole sector up. And you guys know that this week is a huge week for earnings. And in these earnings, you're going to see wind flow. What I mean by that is if a big plane flies over really low, you're going to see just the sure wind flow is going to bring other stuff with it. Trash and paper and all that's going to flow in the same direction. Well, the stock market acts the same way when a big plane flies, right? So now Twitter goes from being a small plane to a big plane because of who? The richest man in the world, Elon Musk, right? So we got three major earnings coming this week. Look at what it did to the stock market today. The Dow was beat down. I looked, it was down 344. And then we finished the day and the Dow is actually up 238. That is sure wind power. That's sure jet fuel for the market. Now, I'm not overly excited about this because I believe that this is going to be short-lived, to be honest with you. Because, listen, I took a few more notes and I want you guys to look at it. All right. So we know that Elon, I believe, filed the wrong report on purpose. He knew day one that this was going to be the move, right? I'm shocked that they were like, no negotiation. We're going to take your offer. Now, it's not a done deal. All right. They have agreed. And now we're going to let the process go. The CPI numbers are important, number one. So you're going to have a CPI number for next month and the month after. And then you're also going to have the Fed meeting where they tell you how much they're going up on the interest rates, right? So though the next two meetings are going to be the most important because I believe therein where it lies where they're going to be the most hawkish. Okay. So this is my whole outlay of what I see for the market. So after the next two Fed meetings, where I believe they're going to be the most hawkish, I believe the market will absorb all of the bad news. And then I believe the worst of the market will be over. Because remember, I think that the biggest threat to the stock market and crypto is the Fed. Now, here's the bad news. The Fed, every time we are in this kind of predicament where there's a recession coming and we're depending on the Fed to land the ship, land the plane smooth, they've only been successful at doing that 10% of the time. That is not a good gamble, right? So we know that a recession is always looming. Good people, a recession comes every like 10 to 12 years. It's coming. There's a recession coming. And so the question is when, right? Most people think Q2, of 2023. And it's just a guesstimate because nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. But that's what we see. So what we're going to do is we're going to govern our money accordingly. Okay. And so earnings this week is going to be the biggest earnings. This is the biggest earnings coming this week. You got 3 major companies reporting this week. Okay. Now, here's what I will end by saying. I think that overall, one may be down, 2 may be good. I believe overall they're going to be decent to good. I don't think they're going to be bad earnings. I think they're going to be good earnings. But I think the market will be limited in the positive reaction. So even if we do get a positive bump, it won't be to the full extent that it would have in a normal time frame because of what's going on with the higher interest rates and the geopolitical situation and a looming recession. I don't think they're going to get the pop that they deserve for the entire stock market, though I expect some pop, right? But it's still going to be what I think is going to be a delayed reaction, meaning we will benefit from these good earnings down the road. Okay, so after the next 2 Fed meetings. So that's what I see for the market. So what I would tell you and suggest for you to do is what I'm doing and a lot of you guys are doing. And that is to open up multiple platforms. Now, we all have platforms. If you're listening to me right now and you have a trading platform, whether you have 1 or 6, you got a trading platform that's got a lot of red in it. If you're listening to me and you're seeing me, there's no one listening to me that's all green. If you're saying that, you either got 1 stock or you're lying, all right? But what I suggest to you is to get another platform that you could start fresh with. And it's a mindset, right? It's just a mindset. If you don't have Webull, download Webull as another platform. Get it from my link. It does help the page. But if you click my link in the description below, you're going to get up to 5 free stock, worth up to $9,600 for depositing 1 red cent. Now, for those of you that already have Webull, then I want you to click my link below and download Moomoo. And I want you to deposit $100 into it, and they're going to give you up to 5 free stock worth up to $3,500. Because what we're going to do in Moomoo is we're going to be getting ready for the recession. We're going to be cashing up. So if you're doing $5 a day, if you're taking my $5 a day challenge, and if you can only afford $5 a day, then that's what you put in the Moomoo right now. All right. We know that you have a lot of stock in your other portfolios that are red that you are waiting to rebound. I have some that are red and I'm waiting for it to rebound. But there's a lot of plays out there, good people, that are beat down. Time, patience, and money. You got time. You got to exercise patience. And I want you to start depositing money. And I want you to hold the money in your Moomoo. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a Moomoo challenge where I'm going to put $2,000 in a savings account. And then I'm going to put $2,000 into my Moomoo account. And I'm going to buy banks. Just as an example to show you guys having money in the bank as opposed to earning money from banks. But what I want you to do is just use Moomoo as a savings account. because we're going to buy through. We're going to double down. $5 a day is not enough, good people. When the recession hits, we're going to double down. We're going to buy through this recession. And remember, some of these stocks we will be buying at a 95% discount, right? Some of these stocks, because they're so expensive, high PE ratios, some of the stock are just at fair value. They've come down. But when is the best time to buy? The lower you buy a stock or equity or a crypto, the less risk you have. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there, good people. There's a lot to be learned from everything that I said, but you let me know what you're going to be doing with the whole Twitter thing. OK, so make sure you check out my links below. All right. Hey, I'm going to leave it right there, good people. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.